new episode here for our new little series we're going to have. And we are going to overreact to the UNC Kansas game where number 9 UNC went into Lawrence, Kansas to face the number 1 Kansas Jayhawks. And they fell short in the end, 92-89, but played well in the second half. A very rough first half. But to come down from that much and to come back and to make it a game and almost pull it out in the end, some questionable calls towards the end. I thought some questionable play-making decisions. I thought from UNC side, we have our residential UNC fan here, Joey Mullins. Joey, welcome back to the show, man. Sorry about your Tar Heels, man. What do you have to say about the game? What are your thoughts?
It's early in the year. I just keep stressing defense. I mean, especially on the road, you got to be able to play defense, man. You got to be able to stop somebody. I know the referees are part of the game, but you got to be able to stop somebody. And Carolina had some key stops they needed to make, and they didn't make them. I mean, you gave Kansas a chance, and there you go.
Seth Trimble led the way in scoring for Carolina tonight with 19. Man, he was 10 for 10 from the foul line. I mean, you couldn't ask for any better for him out there. He played pretty good offensively.
Yeah.
He hit his foul shots when he needed to. Cano didn't miss a foul shot either. RJ Davis missed 2. Yeah, what'd you think about Carolina offensively?
RJ Davis, 1 for 7 from 3. 3 from 15 from the floor. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the senior, the leader coming back. I mean, if he has a halfway decent game, I mean, we win. But he didn't, and we had some new lineups, new faces that probably haven't played together all year. So, and coming into number 1 in Fall Gallon Fieldhouse, they come back, they fought hard, they made it respectable, they had a chance to win. So obviously I wanted to win, but hey, second game of the year, I'm not too disappointed.
Yeah, they started out, they were down 15 at the half, and it looked like this is going to be, a runaway for Kansas. Carolina hung in there, played good in the second half. I mean, offensively, made some stops in the second half. As you said, the defense wasn't there in the first half, and it could be improved on for sure. But what did you think about Jackson's performance tonight for Carolina?
He's
first time in a big game.
He's an explosive athlete. He showed it in the couple of the exhibition games I've had. He's explosive. When he drives to the basket, he's looking to score. He's got a 3-point shot. I mean, he's 2 for 2 tonight in the game. He's learning. He's learning. This is a big time game for a freshman. Coming into Fall Gallon Fieldhouse, crowd rocking, number 1 team in the nation. Deer in the headlights. And I thought he played well. Being in the spot he's in.
He played 15 minutes, had 10 points in there, a couple rebounds. Carolina had 6 players in double figures scoring tonight, so offense is not an issue with this team.
No.
Defensively, on the other hand, I don't think they have a big man to defend other big men like they did before, in years before.
Yep. Missing Baycott hurts. You got Withers, Louisville transfer, but he he actually played good tonight. I mean, he hit 3 threes. He had 11 points. He was the key factor coming down the stretch is what kept him in the game. They just got to figure it out. You know, that it's a learning experience. I know you got Davis back, Trimble back, Cadeau back, but everybody else is just trying to find their role, you know. But I think they'll figure it out.
And then on the other side for Kansas, you had Hunter Dickinson with a double-double, 20 points, 10 rebounds, and about 10 cries to the referees. And then you had Mayo, which I was not familiar with Mayo before this game. The only Mayo I knew was Duke's Mayo or OJ Mayo. And he had 21 points for Kansas. And, you know, he played well. I guess he got most of that in the first half. Am I right on that, Joey?
Yeah. Yeah, the first half he lit them up. I mean, they just Carolina. It's just it's simple stuff on defense. You know, like you throw the ball in the post. You front the post with no help defender behind you. So they just lob it right over to Hunter Dickinson. That's an easy layup, easy dunk. You know, but yeah, he lit them up the first half. Second half, he was kind of quiet.
Yeah, he was kind of quiet. He ended up 21. And then what'd you think about Harris's amazing dunk as they made it seem to be in ESPN? And it's even on the front page of the website. You know, what an amazing dunk. The bench is going crazy over Harris's wild dunk.
Oh, yeah. Breakaway dunk, just a simple dunk. I mean, like, I even said it. I mean, we were talking when the game was on. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, they're making a big deal of that. It's a routine dunk. Like, come on. Come on, guys.
Carolina hit their free throws tonight for the most part. I mean, they missed 3, which, I mean, 90%. You can't ask for much better for a team to go 90%. But R.J. Davis missed 2, which was crazy. It shot 30% from 3 and 42 from the field. Kansas shot 70 from the line and 28 from 3. But, I mean, you know, for a game like that on the road and to hit that many free throws, that's going to be key come March for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And you look at the 3-point field goals. Carolina 7 for 23, Kansas 6 for 21. So, and you got R.J. Davis is 1 for 7. So, you know, a typical Carolina game, he's going to be, what, 3 for 7, 4 for 7? Mm-hmm. You know, it's just,
yeah.
It's like I said, man, these big time games early in the year, I like them. I like it. I know we lost, but it's going to help. It's going to help them. I like it.
Yeah, Kansas got up in 20, and you know, Carolina almost came back on the road. That's a really good experience for them, especially coming in and playing Kansas this close after Elon earlier in the week, which they struggled for most part of that game.
They did.
And then they come back and they end up winning by 14. But, man, was you surprised that they played Kansas as close as they did after the Elon game?
Yes, because I watched the Elon game, and I was thinking the whole time, I was thinking, guys, if you come out like this against Kansas, you're going to get blown out by 40. And in the first half, that's what I was saying. I'm like, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
That's exactly the way I called it. In the second half, they come out. They started playing defense. They started, helping each other. And they made some shots. I mean, in basketball, you got to make shots.
Yeah.
If the shots ain't falling, you ain't winning. But me, myself, I'm a defensive guy in basketball, and that's my forte. Whenever Carolina's playing, I watch the defensive side of the ball. That's because, offense wins games, defense wins championships. So if you can't stop nobody from scoring, it don't matter if you can score 100 every game. If you can't stop them from scoring 101, then,
It's like our Cincinnati Bengals. You can
Yes.
score all the points you want, but if you can't make that stop, they're going to score one more than you and beat you.
Yes.
And
Yep.
at the end of the game, I made the comment to you that who was it that shot the three? Washington that shot the three in the corner when they
Yep.
were down, and you were like, "I'm
Mm-hmm.
okay with that shot," and I was like, "Man, I feel like at that point in
Yep.
time, you have to get the ball in your superstars' hands." I was like, "And you got to have R.J. Davis go out. I don't care if he's 3 for 15, go out and make a play." And then you said, "Or Elliot Cadeau," and okay, yeah, but I would definitely have had one of them two at the end of the game, just like I'm gonna go back to the Bengals again last night. Your game's on your line. Throw the ball to your best player, Jamar Chase. They did not. Bengals lost. Carolina didn't go to R.J. Davis. They lost. Joey, what do you think about it?
Well, I
You
mean,
agreeing with me or disagreeing?
I agree. I agree with you 100%. But in the context of the game, I mean, he did have an open shot, and he has made shots. He made 3 threes during the game. He has made shots. So I guess where I'm coming from is like I'm okay with that shot because he was open and he's made them. But on the road against number one, you know, ultimately you want the ball in RJ Davis's hands. I mean, because he's either going to make a shot or he's either going to make a drive and dish, something to make a play to win the game. So, yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah, and it's Carolina now. The schedule gets a little bit easier here, maybe. I mean, just a couple of games easier if we look forward. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got American, which
Yeah.
hey, America, at home next week, and then this is I looked at it at first and I thought, man, that's kind of weird that they're playing at Hawaii for a regular season game, which they are, but
Mm-hmm.
they're playing at the Maui Invitational too, so that is why they're playing at Hawaii before the Maui Invitational. And then they got the Maui Invitational, which they got Dayton in the first game, and man, uh, you know, this
It's
Maui
rough.
is loaded. And then
It is
after the
loaded.
Maui Invitational, yeah, like just look at the Maui Invitational a little bit. Do you have the teams that are all in that? I mean, there's Carolina, there's Dayton, there's Chaminade, Memphis, which is a decent team. There's the 4 other teams. I can't think of who else was in it though. But anyways, they got that Maui tournament. And then afterwards, they go and they host Alabama, number 2 Alabama. I mean, so things don't get easier for Carolina. I mean, they got these tests coming up. They got a couple easy games, but then in that Maui, then Alabama, and then they got Florida later on and UCLA. All these teams are ranked all before conference play starts.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
It's rough.
did you find
Yeah.
did you find who's
Yeah.
in the Maui?
Yeah. You got Auburn, Colorado, Dayton, Iowa State, Memphis, Michigan State, Carolina, and UConn. So,
Yeah, so
I mean, man, any of those teams you name, it's not Cupcake City.
aside from Chaminade, anybody could win that. It wouldn't surprise me that early in the season. It really could. It really wouldn't surprise me. That Hawaii game, man, 12:30 a.m. You're going to have a late night. That one.
Man,
I don't think we're going
that's
to be
gonna be
doing
rough.
a explosive overreaction after that game.
No,
I just don't think
no,
so. I think that we'll get
no.
it some other time.
Yeah, and like I said, I like to just start doing these over the Carolina and Kentucky basketball. I mean, the big time games. I mean, if they're playing like Hawaii or
Yeah,
American, I mean, we ain't got to do it over that. But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. The big games. Hey man, if we would have done one last night after the Bengals game,
oh,
I mean,
I was so heartbroken.
sadness.
Oh, I was
Oh
heartbroken.
man, it's rough, very rough. I've got all my tears out now after that.
Me
But
too.
you know, that's NFL. We're on the college basketball right now. We're
Yeah,
Bengals are still in the playoff contention. I mean, they still got an outside shot, right?
yeah, yeah. They're good.
They still. I see Gage is in the chat here. They still got to play Pittsburgh twice, right? So I mean, there's that shot,
That's
right?
that's two. That's 2 wins right there. No, just kidding. Sorry, Gage.
Oh
I'm just
man.
kidding.
But yeah, so Carolina, like I said, they've got a tough schedule coming up, man.
Yeah.
And then conference plays is not going to be cupcakes. So you got Louisville, Louisville's going to be improved over the last few years. They are. They have to be. Then you got Duke in there, who is we'll see how Cooper Flag really is.
Tomorrow
Gage
night,
says the Bengals choke yet again. Man, we're going to stop reading the chats right here. But yeah, they got Duke. Kentucky's got Duke here in a couple of days, so we'll get a feel of how Duke is and how Kentucky is. When they go up against each other, Cooper Flag is supposed to be like the next best thing.
I think Kentucky's got Duke tomorrow, don't they?
No, Kentucky's got Bucknell tomorrow.
Oh, okay, Bucknell tomorrow.
They got Duke in the Champions Classic on Tuesday night, 9:30. Not a 12:30 game though, so I mean it's a little bit earlier than that.
Yeah, but hey, in the ACC, Wake Forest. Don't sleep on Wake Forest, man. I'm telling you.
We're all calm over here. We're all calm.
Calm.
But anyways, yeah, calm as can be. Now, if you would have talked to Joey a little bit ago, he was not calm at all. And if you talked to me last night during the game, there was no calmness going on at all.
No,
we're calm now.
I was
right now.
I was pretty lit up all ago, but I'm good now. I'm down to earth.
So right now, an update. There's a game going on. Alabama is hosting Arkansas State. Alabama is up 75-70 with 4 minutes left in the game. That is a close game right there. Arkansas State is hanging with Alabama right now. Alabama just took a 7-point lead, but yeah. And then Marquette is behind the George Mason almost at the half. Number 18, Marquette. It's 37-36. George Mason with 36 seconds left in the first half. Yeah, so some tight games going on. Duke beat Army. How unpatriotic of them to beat the Army, 100-58. Kansas, of course, knocked off Carolina. Purdue knocks off Northern Kentucky tonight. Cincinnati beats Morehead State. Ole Miss beats Grambling by 2. Number 24, Ole Miss beat Grambling by 2 at home. Wow. Texas A&M beats East Texas A&M. Like, what? Didn't even know that was a school. And Texas beats Houston Christian. So there's your top 25 right there. But there's a couple games right there where there are some, tight matchups right there early in the season like that.
Yes. I'm telling you, man. The Alabama game, oh my.
And tomorrow,
they're up 9 now. They're
up 9. So they're probably going to end up pulling away. But, man, Arkansas State gave them a game for the most part.
They did.
Tomorrow it's all football, but I mean we've got a few basketball games. You got the Battle of Evils. You've got the Tennessee Volunteers traveling to Louisville to face the Louisville Cardinals. Who do I want to win? Let's skip that. Let's just who cares, right? Nobody wants any one of them teams to win.
Nobody.
Kentucky plays Bucknell tomorrow at 4:00 on ESPN Plus. Kentucky, man, they looked good the other night. This is another team where they should win pretty handily. And then we'll see really the test for them on Tuesday night to see really where Mark Pope and the boys are this early in the season.
Yep. I've got high hopes for Kentucky. I think they're going to be just fine.
I think so too, but they've looked really good. I've been impressed with them so far, but I want to see how they match up against some competition. Like, I think that they'll be better than how Calipari is in these big games like this. Speaking of John Calipari, Arkansas beat Lipscomb the other night by 16, and it's one of those games where the other night Kentucky played and beat Oh man, I don't forget. Wright State. That's a game where Calipari's teams probably win by 11 or 12. Recently, and Kentucky took care of business with them by 31 or whatever. 41 is 41 because Mark Pope's number is 41. But Calipari
Yep.
tomorrow, Arkansas. They host Baylor, number 8 Baylor. That's a tough test, or is it? As Baylor, the first game of the season at Gonzaga, lost by 38 points.
My goodness. A beatdown, son.
A beatdown.
And then you also got Auburn at Houston. Number 4
Yes.
Houston.
Yes.
Mm.
I know it. Hi, Skyler. And but man, that's a couple. I mean, you got some top 25 matchups again tomorrow, early season like that. So, college basketball, we're getting going in it right here, man. It's coming along. We got some big games going on. We had a big game tonight. We got some big games coming up. And my favorite part of the early season is the big tournaments, man, coming up. And I can't wait for those. Kentucky's not in any, unfortunately, because Calipari won't play in these tournaments for whatever reason. But Mark Pope's going to jump in them next year, and I'll be glad when that happens. Maui, Battle for Atlantis, preseason NIT, all these, man. And they're coming up real soon.
Yep. Feast week, man. Feast week. Got to be a part of it.
Feast week. You'll have basketball during the day, during feast week, and then you got football and basketball at night.
Yes. It don't get no better.
Man.
It don't get no better, man.
No better. It's one of the best times of the year. Oh, man. But, man, you got anything else you want to add to this overreaction of Carolina this early in the season, man?
Yeah, well, nothing really. Just we had a chance. Let's just say we had a chance, and Elliot Cadeau he had a chance. He had a chance, don't you know? But, yeah, I was pleased. I was pleased with Carolina's performance in the second half, not the first half. The first half, I was not happy. Like, I could not have been on the podcast during the first half because I was not happy. But second half, I was pleased. So,
maybe we late night live stream the Hawaii game at 12:30, and then just
oh my,
let loose.
Oh boy, I don't know if yelling from the couch is ready for Joey Mullins when Carolina's playing basketball. I don't know.
Oh man, well, we'll see, but we're gonna cut this one off right here. Take a little bit of a break. Come back with our live college football pick'em. So everybody come back, check it out. We'll be back in just a little bit, and we'll see you all in a few.
Yeah.